From the Home Slice News Center, this is the Daily Slice for Monday, September 18th, 2023. I'm D. Ray Knight. Amy Rose is still on assignment, and this is what's going on. Rapid City Police are investigating a weekend homicide. Shortly before 5 a.m. Saturday, police were dispatched to an alley behind the 100 block of East Boulevard North for a report of an unresponsive male. Officers determined that the man was obviously deceased from wounds sustained in an assault. Through the course of the investigation, police were able to identify 29-year-old Jacob Jumping Eagle and 28-year-old Craig Returns from Scout as suspects responsible in the victim's death. Both have been taken into custody for first-degree murder. Meanwhile, the RCPD is investigating a body found Friday morning off Omaha Street. Police say they got a call shortly before 9 a.m. Friday for an unresponsive male in the 100 block of Omaha Street in the grass near Rapid Creek. When they got there, police found the man was deceased. They've scheduled an autopsy, and the Police Investigations Division is working to determine the circumstances of the man's death. Pennington County State's Attorney Laura Roetzel says she's decided how to proceed with a homicide case involving the death of a transgendered Native American woman. However, she will not make that decision public until she wraps up a current court case in 6 weeks. Roetzel gave herself a deadline of September 18th to determine whether to move forward with the charges. A.C. Morrison was fatally shot in the home of a man who is claiming self-defense. Recent updates to state law make it harder for prosecutors to charge defendants who claim self-defense. South Dakota's stand your ground laws are similar to those in Florida. In national and international news, officials say that Iran and the United States will exchange prisoners on Monday after nearly $6 billion in once-frozen Iranian assets reach Qatar. That money is a key element of the planned swap. Despite the deal, tensions are almost certain to remain high between the U.S. and Iran. Those two countries are locked in various disputes, including over Tehran's nuclear program, which they say is peaceful, but now it enriches uranium closer than ever to weapons-grade levels. Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman Nassar Kanani was the first to acknowledge the swap would take place today. He said the cash sought for the exchange that had been held in South Korea was now in Qatar. In an interview aired Sunday on NBC's Meet the Press, former President Donald Trump repeatedly declined to answer questions about whether he watched the Capitol riot unfold on television. He said that he would tell people later at an appropriate time. The current frontrunner for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination refused to say how he spent January 6, 2021, once the insurrection began, and whether he made phone calls as his supporters stormed the seat of American democracy. Trump said he might consider pardoning some of the rioters charged for their actions that day. The war in Ukraine and its visiting president will take center stage at the United Nations this week. But developing countries will be vying for the spotlight, too, as they push for faster action on poverty and inequality at the first full-on meeting of world leaders since the COVID-19 pandemic disrupted travel. The annual meeting of the UN General Assembly takes place at a polarizing and divisive juncture in history. Many diplomats say it's the most dangerous time since the Cold War. For developing countries, the top priority is the UN's two-day summit aimed at creating action by world leaders to achieve 17 wide-ranging goals by 2030. Your weather forecast from the Home Slice Weather Center. Mostly sunny and 88. Low tonight, 59. And that was your Daily Slice for Monday, September 18th, 2023. The Daily Slice is a production of Home Slice Media Group, hosted by D. Ray Knight with Amy Rose. Executive producer Mark Houston. Engineered by Chris Jacquez. I'm D. Ray Knight. Have a great day.